everyone, Tiara here with Gypsyfae Creations. Thanks so much for tuning in. Back with the other fandom Star Wars inspired soap. Just like the previous one I did with the light side, we of course have to do the dark side. And these guys are going to be a really good looking set. I'm not quite sure if I want to sell them together or sell them separately. I still have to make a decision on that. But this is, again, very much like the previous soap I made, of course changing up some colors and scent. So I just added in the same exact concoction of black oxide, activated charcoal, and I believe it was black onyx was the eco glitter from Nurture soap that I added in here, and I just mixed all that in with some olive oil to get that color that I want. Look who's back to make some soap and eliminate some rebel scum. This thing is on its last leg and it's seen better days, but it only made sense to bring it out for this. So I'm going to go ahead and mix in all that color in there and then add in my lye solution and keep going with this design. I tell you, this stuff always makes such a mess. That is looking good. I'm going to go ahead and put in my soapy shreds and run them through with the blender so they look like the little stars. I'm going to go ahead and add my fragrance. It is called Patchouli Saffron, and this is by Rustic Essentials. So we'll just get that in there and mix it up. With this, it doesn't really matter if it gets to a light trace or if it gets to a medium trace or a thick trace, because I am just going to plop this right into my molds and nothing fancy needs to happen. So for the soap frosting, of course it has to be red. I'm going to take some really red mica from Nurture. It's very pigmented, and put that in there. And I'm also going to add in some red vibrance, also from Nurture, in there, and hope that I can get the red that I'm looking for. Give that a mix and add the lye solution to that. Wait for that to set up and I can pipe it. Let's give that a try and see if that's the color that I want. Well, I just made a mess of that. This thing isn't even like the right attachment. It's not even like the right color that belongs to this guy at all, but it's going to work for today, and it's always nice to have a backup of these. Boy, I'm making a mess. Well, look what's been defeated. As I was cleaning it, it broke. It is a goner. I feel like it waited its whole entire life to make this soap, and it got one last soap in before it actually died. Saw it coming. Alright, so I've got my Carolyn Crumb 1A tip here, just the open tip to start putting on this red frosting, this red soap frosting. Happy with how this color turned out as well. Think I nailed it. Didn't tell you guys anything about the fragrance except that it was called Patchouli and Saffron. It came from Rustic Essentials. I got it off of a Facebook group, just like the other fragrance I used in the previous video, from a Facebook group that's a soap de-stash or declutter group that people can post things they're trying to sell and get rid of, and someone has just posted a whole bunch of fragrances, and when I saw this one I thought I would find a use for it. And when I thought of patchouli and saffron, I thought of like deep, dark, like sinister type of smell. You know, the patchouli and saffron. These things are not something I would... Let me just read the description for you. It says, relive the 70s with this groovy blend. So let's just say that's not at all what I had in mind. Exotic, sultry combination of patchouli and saffron with a touch of sweet lemon and red rose. And yeah, it's more far out man and totally fab, not come to the dark side. But that is where I was going with this. Not very strong on the patchouli. I know that is a hit or miss with people. I think the other scents in here really balance it out. And I think it's very unisex and great for like all ages. And even the fragrance description on Rustic Essentials website says that. Never used Rustic Essentials. I've always wanted to. I just never wanted to pay for the shipping. But in this case, I bought a whole bunch of fragrances off of somebody. And the plus about that is I get to try a whole bunch of different fragrances that I typically wouldn't normally buy, or from companies that I've not tried. And I think I got like four different soap companies, soap supply companies in the fragrances I bought. So you'll be seeing more of those. Totally loving this soap though. This soap is totally fab, right? Happy with it so far. This is going to look so great right alongside the Light Side soap. Teen Tiara would absolutely love this soap. She would have collected it and probably still have held on to it to this very day. I don't know how I got away with a lot of the things that I collected when I was a teenager. Like I said, I was obsessed with Star Wars. And I would collect dumb things like cereal boxes, fast food cups, potato chip bags. If Star Wars was on it, I would fold it all up when I was done eating everything that was in it and just put it in a little container and hold on to it as if, you know, like I was going to do something with it one day, or it was going to be worth money. I don't know. Still have most of my Star Wars collections, but I promise you that has long since been thrown away. I've gone through all that. They're all sitting in boxes, the Star Wars collection that I've kept anyway. Yeah, I've held on to all of the fast food toys and the Barbie dolls of like Queen trying to say Queen Amidala. In my head I'm saying Queen Padme. The doll did turn in between two of those things. I had the Obi-Wan Kenobi doll. I have like Micro Machines. I still have so many of these things. I don't know, maybe when we have kids they'll want to play with it. Not quite sure what to do with any of the stuff. I don't know, some of it I still really do enjoy. And still really do like Star Wars. I don't know, I've not gotten into the new ones. And when I rewatched episodes 1, 2, and 3, which I know all the words to, I just find it so cheesy. And Disney buying Star Wars, it's just really weird. How much Star Wars can we squeeze out of Star Wars at this point? But, you know, it's a thing. It is everywhere. Everyone loves Star Wars, and so I just think it's really cool that this generation gets to grow up with that as well. Alright, let's get the rest of this soapy frosting on here, and of course the soapy gumballs that I've colored in red, and lots of red glitter going on top of this soap as well. Soapy red gumballs next. Here we go. This kind of reminds me of the It soap that I did. The soap I did before, the Light Side with all the blue frosting, reminded me of a blueberry soap that I did. It just seems like these tops can be compared to a couple other soaps that I've done. It's more about what the inside is that really brings the soap together, not the top of the soap. I kept it kind of plain. I do like putting all that glitter on there though. That is a lot of fun and making it just light up. So cool. Alright, gotta fix those. What does everyone think about Disney Plus and all of the new Star Wars shows that are going to be coming out? I hear there's going to be a show called Jedi Temple Challenge, and it's going to be like a game show about people learning to be Jedis and who's the best Jedi. I hear Ewan McGregor's reprising his role as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and that's going to be a mini-series, and then there's going to be a Rogue One series, and yep, Disney is just coming out with all kind of Star Wars stuff right now. Alright, now let's get some glitter on this. I'll give this a spray first with the rubbing alcohol, because I find that if you spray biodegradable glitter or eco-friendly glitter, it sometimes loses its shine. And I'm going to do this correctly and not make a big mess of it. So just going to cover this all in red, and then I'm going to let it sit, come back in 24 hours and stamp it. Alright, let's see what it looks like on the inside, and we should already know, because it's going to look just like the Jedi light side soap. But there you have it. I am also going to stamp this with the stamps that I got from Rock and Roberts to match. So this is the little Imperial crest that's going to go on this guy, and I'll do that in the yellow also, just to represent the dialogue that goes across the screen in the beginning of the movies. Oh, I have to give this a smell. I can't decide which one of the scents I used for this collection that I like more. Let's see. They're very, very clean scents. I don't know, I like them both. I think I chose really good as far as what these soaps should smell like. And poor Bradley. He is a Star Trek fan. He is not a Star Wars fan, so there's a little bit of an opposite with that. He loves watching all the Star Trek stuff, and I'm like, this is so stupid, but yet I watch all the Star Wars things. He gets to listen to all my rambling about designs. As I'm laying in bed, I came up with this collection. I was just throwing it together and thinking about it and talking to him about it, and he's trying to go to bed. But I can't wait to show him what these look like, because this is what happens when you can't sleep. You just think about soap the whole entire night. And I was like, I just have to say it. I just have to get it out so that I remember it, and so I can just piece it together. I just have to talk myself through it. But I'm getting also Star Trek vibes from this soap, so I probably could just switch it up if I got maybe a different stamp. I could put that on there and do a Star Trek themed soap. If you guys have any other Star Wars or Star Trek designs that you think I should do, feel free to leave me a comment. Maybe I'll do a Baby Yoda soap. Both of these will be available on the January 24th, 2020 shop update. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up if you're new to the channel and enjoyed watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Any questions or comments, you can leave them for me in the comment section down below. And until next time, I hope you have a very nice day, and I will smell you later.